lot of guys say they're putting a massive effort in order to improve their dating lives and still not getting the desired results. In this video, I'll show you why you aren't improving your dating life, even if it feels like you're putting a lot of effort into this, and what to essentially do about it. So let me give you a few different levels of what an effort might look like. Level 0 is doing nothing. This is where most guys start. They're interested in improving but never take the first step. No time and no energy invested. Level 1 is reading some posts or watching some videos. You've taken some time to read or watch some videos on dating, but you haven't put any of that into practice. This level feels like you're putting effort, but in reality it's just passive consumption. This is where I find about half the guys that I talk to. Level 2 is maybe trying a few approaches and failing. At this level, you go out, try a few approaches, but when they don't work out, you stop and go back. There's minimal investment of time and energy and a lot of frustration. This is where the other half the guys tend to be. Level 3 might be actually trying a lot and still failing. Here's where you invest more time, go out consistently, but keep hitting the walls. There's a lot of frustration, but you're slowly getting better. These are just the first few levels, and in order to actually improve your dating life, you need to go above these levels and commit resources to this. Let's start with the most important resource: time. Without allocating time to this, there's 0% chance you improve. However, there's different ways that you can allocate your time. Let's split them into different time buckets. So time bucket number 1, that might be setting time aside to go and actually approach, actually practicing it. Because without this, nothing changes. Time bucket number 2 might be learning new strategies that you'll actually implement in the field while you go out practicing. This cannot be skipped because without a proper game plan, you're just guessing, trying random things, and essentially throwing spaghetti at the wall. Time number 3 might be evaluating your progress. You need to set time for analysis and reflection. For example, listening back to your conversations that you did to know what you're doing well and what you need to improve. Time bucket number 4 might be learning new concepts from good sources though, because you cannot stay static. Constant learning is a necessity in order to get better. And this is just time. Apart from time, you also need to delegate your mental focus and energy into this. This is the resource number 2. For example, if you're mentally checked out while going out and doing approaches and approaching without any mental focus, the effort and time is wasted. You need to be in the right mindset, and this requires you to invest your mental energy. If you show up zoned out and just going through the motions, you're investing your time but not your focus, and you won't get results. As you see, there are a lot of resources you need to invest to get better at this, and most men simply underestimate how much effort and how many resources they really need to invest to have a successful dating life. So if you currently have a dating life that you're not happy about, my first question to you would be, how much resources and effort have you actually put into fixing it? Most likely not enough. And bad news is that you cannot change the total amount of resources you have to put into this. Good news is you can trade them. One example is financial resources. You can use your money to trade someone else's time and knowledge to get some of your time back. Remember the 4 different time buckets we discussed previously? For example, with a good mentor, you can cut out bulk of the time bucket 2, 3, and 4. And then you're only left with time bucket number 1, which is just going out and approaching. Because a good mentor will give you the right strategy, the necessary feedback for you to improve, and if he's good, he's learning on his own, and he can give you all that knowledge on a silver platter. All you need to do is execute. That will cut down significantly the time you need to spend on this. Also, if you're not able to get proper mental energy and motivation by yourself, you can borrow it. Again, a good mentor can push you and motivate you. Most importantly, you can borrow their belief that it's possible for you to improve at this, which is a belief that a lot of guys lack, and hence they end up lacking the focus and the drive. But the bottom line is you cannot decrease the total amount of resources you need to invest in this. A lot of guys think that they can just skip the time bucket number 2 and avoid learning any strategies that will help them get results. This just leads you to trying random stuff and spending your time without actually getting results. In other words, you're simply wasting your time. So by trying to skip the steps and cheat the system, you end up just cheating yourself. Because ultimately, when you try to skip investing resources, what you're really doing is prolonging the time until you get the desired result, which in this case is a happy and successful dating life. Because that's the ultimate time investment, right? How much time do you want to spend living a life without being able to meet women, without being able to go on consistent dates, and without being able to make connections and have adventures? Also, what will be the ripple effects of having a poor dating life in terms of your mental energy, work productivity, and overall life happiness? There are always trade-offs, so choose yours wisely.